simple. And it's just another stock standard login. I'll put your name on it.
I just wanna rollie with a dapper. I already got some designer to hold on my pants. I just want some ice on my wrist so I look better when I dance. Have you looking at it, put you in a trance? I just wanna rollie with a dapper. I already got some designer to hold on my pants. I just want some ice on my wrist so I look better when I dance. Have you looking at it, put you in a trance? Yeah. All I ever wanted was a rollie. All I ever wanted was a rollie. Who was it that saw me with the ice all on me? Now you stick all on me. I really don't think that it's just blind. Keep staring at it, you might go blind. I be moving clean, I don't even try. All I see is bands, I'm fine. Yeah, that way. I need that pull up by Tuesday. Yeah, that way. I don't keep like hustling. I just now got started. Got views on popping. My diamonds gone retarded. Your girl taking the spot. I just wanna rollie with a dapper. I already got some designer to hold on my pants. I just want some ice on my wrist so I look better when I dance. Have you looking at it, put you in a trance? I just wanna rollie with a dapper. I already got some designer to hold on my pants. I just want some ice on my wrist so I look better when I dance. Have you looking at it, put you in a trance? Yeah. All I ever wanted was a rollie. All I ever wanted was a rollie. Cool as it, something with the ice all on me. Now nigga on me. Blue face, rollie, red face, rollie, ayy. Green face, rollie like some telling touching, ayy. Baby diamonds wet, shining like some Dusty Roll. Your man dead, probably because his girl love me, ayy. I pull up to the mall and I'm flexing on you, ayy. The Leo in the cut and he got the buck, White skis got me going crazy, ayy. The girl love me because she probably want my baby, ayy. I saw my name called like 5K. I wanted girl feels just like Kim K. Karate touch that beat like a sensei. Hey, pull up in the Rari on a beat. I just wanna rollie with a dapper. I already got some designer to hold on my face. I just want some ice on my wrist so I look better when I dance. Have you looking at it, put you in a trance? I just wanna rollie with a dapper. I already got some designer to hold on my face. I just want some ice on my wrist so I look better when I dance. Have you looking at it, put you in a trance? Yeah. All I ever wanted was a rollie. All I ever wanted was a rollie. Cool as it, something with the ice all on me. Now you nigga on me.
You're not hot. I'm not early a lot, so I have it's hard to gauge. Sometimes I'm hot, everyone else is like, oh man, I'm sweating, maybe I'm not actually nervous. I feel like honestly I feel numb with everything and I'm not kind of connected to anything here. Like I don't really, you know what I mean? Like I still, that's no one else. It's like, yeah. It'll be a couple of steps on. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Maybe I'll enjoy today because usually I'm so like wound up making sure everything's fine, but I don't enjoy I really want to take Sunday. Pardon?
I'll take Sunday to spend with the grannies.
Yeah. 5 o'clock tomorrow you're leaving. Wow.
So it's good, so I'll have some time.
Yeah.
Because Charlie's 14
Yeah.
and Laura's 12.
Cool. Have you got plans with them tonight?
Yeah, no, I haven't got dinner plans, but
See
the
how they go
girls
after
said,
spending
do
all
you
day
want to go
together?
out tonight? I went, is there anywhere to go out? I said, as long as it's not the Cowboys Club.
Yeah. As long as it's not the what?
Cowboys Club.
Oh, right.
I don't want to go and do grab a granny or grab a bogan. Like,
Yeah.
no.
Is that what goes on in there? I haven't been in there yet.
I'm sorry, there's only certain breeds of people who enjoy football in clubs, and I'm not a...
Yeah. Is it like, do you go in there and do dinner and
Yeah,
bar or...
Well, I've been there for dinner. It's nice for dinner. Like, that's good. But see, I don't play pokies. I'm the most tragic black collar. I don't play pokies. I don't do horse. I don't gamble. I don't even do lotto.
We love pokies. Come from Western Australia, we don't have pokies in every service station with jellies.
I mean, I know how to do it. Mate, Mad Kino Nut went to the pub with her one night, and we had, there were 6 of us. And she said, oh, everyone throw a number, I'll put on a bet for us and throw $5. $5 grand. Between 6 of us. And numbers dropped. It's like, it was a good night that night. Yeah. It was like 900 each. It was like,
I've got to pull up we're going to watch the Drinkley video.
yes, and that's what we did. So yeah. I had that loaded up. Also, too, you might want to throw up, you know, the black comedy one with, where they're doing that sign language across the street. I'll let you pull up that first, and then I'll show you what I think.
Do you use the nations map?
On the run sheet, I actually had put in underneath for us. I always put in the secondary side, just so that if I go, I can't remember where it is it's Slack, is it Drive?
I have it saved to the computer, but it won't load from the PDF when I open the PDF and click the link.
So you copy the link or just manually type it in.
Oh, okay.
And it'll open.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what number it was.
What was that?
So, the scene 13, that's it, lucky 13. And just leave it and I'll jump in and pull up that other video.
Oh, yeah. Is this for when you want to
the cross-cultural training, non-verbal communication.
It's funny too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so happy that you are alive. Shut it down, if you down, all you gotta say is bye. Anything I can do just to make you feel right. Oh, I just let you know you're mine. Even when it's raining, are you
So I love that because it's just, it's funny because we know it's true, but it's, yeah.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
Are you coming in?
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks for coming. So you heard about the pain from Joe?
Yeah.
Building 2 on the first floor, guarantee you're going to find a nurse everywhere. So, if you don't like humans, avoid those places.
We've got the external students coming in today just at the beginning, so that we can do a bit of a pitch to them, so hopefully we'll get some more of them signing up for us. So, they come in and we'll watch the welcome video, then they can go and we'll get back to it.
Have you approached the nursing students?
Yeah, it's always a little bit slow to take off when it's a new site. So down in Canberra, down in Canberra they've been running for a while,
So my graduation is in September. Yeah. I keep telling everyone when I graduate. My family's going to celebrate. So good. At the moment, it's very close in 7 years' time. Like
There's a woman here at the university, she's doing psychology.
I will probably outline I already had department, and I say that she probably has to be here 5 years. I'm like, you have to come back to my graduation. Just because you lose so much.
Hey, how are you? How are you? Great, thank you. Good. Thank you.
Yeah, lovely, thank you. I've told you all over the years this and I did.
Yeah. Welcome. Thank you.
Because, yeah, we had a lot of something where teaching us
Yo!
explaining it well enough, so jumping in that and getting a group.
Big shot, the one and only, man's up hard. Never hard. See that? See that? 4, 2 plus 2 is 4, minus 1 and 3, pick minus. Every day man's on the block, 4 trees. See your girl in the park, that girl in the office. When the thing went quack, 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 you know what's done like that. Whole time on my brother, he's for the pumpkin, bitch. Whole time my man, my guy, he's for the frisbee. I never catch up on the phone. Remember that phone bitch. Like frisbee. Whole time they're with me.
And then I was supposed to get here. And I was like, yep.
Shit in the ugly door. Your dad is 44. And he's still pulling up for a draw. Let me know. When I see him, I'm gonna spin this door. Take my shot by force. Send my shot by force. The girl knows I got the sauce. No ketchup. Just sauce. Raw sauce. Yo. Boom. The thing was good. Perspiration is straight. Links effect. The head is you roll.
Money out of you.
Either way, A, B, C, E,
My graduation to Pennsylvania, lecture everything. Yeah, we'll get there. Go back into the class and fix them.
Yeah, I will be upping all of them.
Yeah, it'd be so valuable to send presentations for when you get into
Honestly, they need it. It's good experience.
Oh, incredible experience.
I know when I first started over 2 years ago, I ended up saying to everyone in the uni that said, they're not going to want to work with all. Everyone kicks down, yeah, and I I think people it's not what you think. Yeah. No. Yeah. Who knows?
A lot of people drop off for us. Never really know what to do for it.
And you know what? And it's probably better that you know, wouldn't you think?
And a lot of people, they first catch them like, no, I can't do it.
Oh,
Especially
okay.
if it's a real big one.
Yeah, see that, yeah. Wouldn't it probably better to know straight away? I would think they would do me. Yeah. Oh, I don't know. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Australia.
might have things I have to I'm not too sure, you know, and I work as well, so I'm already Oh, okay. Apology again for posting up everybody else. Different areas of apology that you know we don't actually learn it's really get a psychology book, the back version psychology book and see what we learn.
I've seen those.
Yeah. Yeah,
I think you can do like work experience programs in the cycle or here.
yeah, well, that's why I'm really glad to
Come in, grab a seat. Grab a seat. Grab a seat, make yourself comfy. Looks like an everything packed shift camp. There's so many. See, I saw that. We've got two here that potentially mentors. They dance when they come in. So far.
Yeah, we only just started here, so we only got too long, so
I saw all the
some are occasionally. Yeah, we're mainly. We do some.
So I haven't really filled them in on much. So as I just said, come next door.
Opportunities there, where's that help? $50 and you have to wait budgie smugglers.
Actually, a chance to look good and do
Tonight we're going to announce that next year we're going to run a global campaign to give away 20 golden tickets to 20 university students from 20 different countries to win a one-off scholarship for 3 years to see if they can take our model and rip a generation of powerless people out of inequality. Not only are we going to nail this back home, we're going to turn our eyes to every kid that's been left behind to see if we can build a better, fairer world for us all. That starts tonight. Get ready for the next 10 years. You ain't seen nothing yet.
Welcome to 2019 Mentor Training. Today we're going to learn what it takes to build a generation of resilient kids who are staunchly proud of their identity, fearless in their ambition, composed in their belonging, and relentless in their pursuit. Today we embark on a whole new era, as university students converge on lecture theatres and mentor training right around the world, from right across Australia to Africa to America. Today is the day where you inherit 16 years worth of legacy and pick up an age-old tool founded by the oldest continuous culture on the planet to lift up kids who have been dealt an unfair card. Now, fact of the matter is that Beyonce doesn't jump on stage Coachella without a meticulous rehearsal. And Usain Bolt doesn't consistently win the 100-metre sprint without perfect practice, time and timing. Today is our opportunity to ascertain what it takes to deliver a successful aiming program and put ourselves in the greatest possible position to walk the talk when there's kids in the room and all eyes are on you. Safety is paramount, which is why every single interaction happens within the structure of tutor squads and program days. Now, to extend on the sporting analogy, the tutor squads are designed to build discipline and rigour around these kids' academic success. And just by turning up to these sessions, you're telling these kids that, hey, I see you, I hear you, and I believe in you. Now, the program days is game time, with 3 components making up the day. Game of life, study time, and aim on stage. It's a chance for transformational explosions where we can again flip the psychological frameworks of these kids so that they can see their identity as the backbone to their success, and importantly, see education as something that is for them and not something that is for them. All I ask from each of you is that you take 5 steps out of your comfort zone so that these kids might just be able to take one, and that you embody the AIM values and custodianship and pursue the best version of yourselves, with the ripple effect being that these kids will do the exact same thing. I'd like to thank each of you for jumping off the fence and being a part of the change. Together, I'm unbelievably confident that we're going to be able to arrest the injustices of the past and importantly, narrate the next couple of 100 years to be a whole lot fairer.
So basically, thanks for coming, first of all. We are hosting our first mentor training here in Townsville, and you guys have just seen the beginning of it. So what I'd like for you to do if you're interested in being part of the program is sign a form for expression of interest, and I will get in touch with you to apply or give you some more information. And I've heard ones you say like daily time, like what is that? Like it's not very, it's actually like a teaching methodology that we use so that we can get the kids outside their comfort zone and understand that all learning is uncomfortable, all transformation is uncomfortable, and we provide this safety net so that they can find a sense of freedom and then some strength and then eventually power. So that's our point of difference, I believe, to most other programs. Do you have anything to add, Stacey?
Yeah, I'll do an acknowledgement of country first, and we'll bring it back and just answer a few more questions, because it was a good one about the Photon. Who was that? Who's the scary Photon? That's not good. God, you got that look.
I didn't say it, I was like, that's our teacher. We have exams coming up.
So, my name is Stacey Chamberlain. I'm a Budgeland and Bunya woman from Northern New South Wales. I want to acknowledge that I'm not on country. I want to acknowledge that now I'll pronounce it wrong because how they speak up here in Northern Queensland, so it's far different to how I pronounce it. So I'm going to apologise for any traditional custodians in the room, and I'll stand corrected by anyone, please. Because they've got soft vowel sounds and I have harsh vowel sounds. Borgulrug, Harbour, and Bindle to the south, which is a part of the Townsville Shire. So the traditional people, my understanding is they send out into Magnetic and Palm Island as well. So I want to acknowledge that this is their land, air and sea, that they are custodians of and have been in time immemorial. I want to acknowledge the elders that are in this community that lead us and offer us guidance. I also want to acknowledge the elders that went before that have paved the way for us to be here today. So thank you and welcome. Just as a point, an acknowledgement of country, which is what I've just done. It's different to a welcome, because this is not my house. So I don't rock up to your house and go, hey, Steph, yeah, come on over. You won't want, yeah, don't worry about it. Come in, yeah, help yourself. Yeah, I can't welcome someone else into your house, but I can go, oh, look, look at cool, Steph, come over. You know, acknowledge that's your house and just check it's okay. But so difference between an acknowledgement and a welcome, that's probably the simple version. With failure time, probably the simplest way I love to explain. So you're first years, yeah? Second grade. So you've been doing cabinets, yeah?
They're learning that.
Yeah, excellent. So who here got a first go?
No, we literally just started this school.
Fabulous. So you'll expect to get a first go?
I'm not sure.
I've just warned you, don't ever get me up at shit phone, you never get it. No.
Challenge accepted.
I've had doctors go about 6 times going. So you're not going to get a first go. If you do, you're a miracle worker because you won't get it the second and in as luck. But you're not going to go, well, that's it, I can't do it. Well, that was a great course. You're a bit wasted. You're going to keep going until you get it, aren't you? You know, make pincushions out of people. It's all right, I'm an expert, I'll get there. Failure time, you're going to fail, and you're going to learn. You're going to keep learning and you're going to work it out, and you're going to take guidance and you're going to have to rethink. You might have to ask for advice and go, I'm not sure if I'm doing this right. That's failure time. That's exactly right. It's a brilliant learning tool. So we use that with our young people so that when they hit those roadblocks and barriers, those difficult things, they don't go, nah, that's it, can't do it, it's stupid, I'm not going to do it. They're going to go, okay, I'm frustrated, it's not working, I'm not happy, but I'm going to push through and move on. So, do you guys have questions about the program? Because the little short video probably explained a lot more than we could talking to death. Where do you fit in? Glad you asked. So we mentor Indigenous students in high school, so they are 12 to 17, well 18 now with the changes in the curriculum. We go in, we support them. Mentors, who knows what a mentor is? Anyone got a mentor? We've got a lot of blank faces, man. These must be the best students. They're good students, these ones.
We haven't started yet.
So, anyone want to hazard a guess what a mentor is?
Something that guides, something that,
Yeah.
somebody who's learning through trying to work out something.
Yeah, exactly. You're not a teacher.
Start fighting here.
Yeah, I know. So someone no. Yeah, well, so to me, I'm okay, I'm wearing jeans. So they guide you, they walk with you. They're not a teacher, they're not their mother. Where do you fit in? The mentors we call are from universities, TAFE, and we've opened up to community. The fact that all you people are sitting in this room says that you've succeeded somehow. And like all people, you've got a story of how you've got to be in this room. All of you have had your own challenges and struggles. And that sort of stuff is the sort of stuff that makes you a great mentor. So for the ones that were going, look, I hated school, and I mucked up in school, or I got excluded, and I'm here. For ones like myself who academically brilliant, ducks school, hit university, had no idea. First one on both sides, black and white, don't go to uni. Freaked out filling my university application form, went through, lowest score possible. Oh yeah, Bachelor of Arts, had no idea what it was. No one in my family had been to uni. So I rocked up thinking they'd just go, here's your course, and I'm going, what do you mean I pick subjects? Please don't laugh. My degree is in modern history and drama. And yes, in answer to your next question, it's completely useless. Absolutely useless, but I can say I have a degree. Furthermore, I had a goal to go to uni. I didn't think about finishing. I'd love to have had a mentor because it took me 15 years to finish my degree because I was lazy. Yes, it is possible. Statute of limitations is 10. You just need to know how to work the system. Just saying. So that's where, for me, a mentor saying, Sage, do you know what a Bachelor of Arts is? Nope. Let me tell you what it is. Here are your options. Did you know you can switch courses if you decide you're in the wrong place? Oh, no, I didn't. Did you know how to pick subjects? No. But I did have a lot of uni students who took me under their wing because I must have had that really dumb country hick look on my face. And I'd go, you're looking for your timetable? Yeah, back in the olden days when dinosaurs were on the show, let's put up on the wall. And you had to go and pick them, nothing electronic. We did maths lessons in the first week. The one button thing. That's me. I'll keep talking all day. So I'm going to hand it back over to Steph.
Yeah, so we're gonna kick back into the rest of our mentor training and you guys can finish off, we'll start your classes. Yep, but if you are interested in being involved, there's a sheet down the bottom of the room. Just chuck your name, email and number on there.
It's just an EOI and then Steph will email out some stuff.
We will not lock you in and we will not harass you.
Yeah, we'll give you a complete calendar of dates and times of when our school engagements and our uni program days happen, so you can opt in if you're available. So thanks, everyone.
Cool, let's go. Thank you.
Or is there any, or one more information, or have a further yarn?
Okay, no.
Hey, good, sorry.
That's okay, don't worry.
Yeah. We got like and then you like, so sorry. We remember you. She's not really sorry. She gets to do it.
Later. Who does that?
Sorry. Go downstairs and wait outside to let you into the other building.
Thanks, Sarah.
Sorry, I had to open the doors. Like the aircon's working out there, but not in here.
You're right.
Yeah, that one, yes. You can do it from a class then. You have one with me. Sure, my class has I don't know if I'm very inspired.
So, welcome guys. I'm going to jump right in because we like to try and be really tight on the time, just to respect the fact you've given up a Saturday. These are some of our values. We're mentors, not saviours. You know, take your car's a mechanic, you don't expect him to then, after you get, it's got a funny clunk, they fix it, you don't then go, can you drive me home now? You know, Uber me? They hand it back over. So with our young people, you know, we're there, we work through an issue or give them some advice and let them go and do it. All mentoring sessions are supervised, so you never fly solo. Okay, it's in school, it's at uni, it's not randomly out in the street or elsewhere. Crucial, no shame again. You will have no sense of embarrassment by the time you finish working with us. That I can tell you. And it's good fun. And if you are that sort of person, you just fake it till you make it. We want the kids to stay who they are. We don't want to radically change them. If they're a complete rat bag, they're the ones that bring the best energy to a room. You just want to channel that. You don't want to change them. You don't want to change the essence of who they are. You know, if they're a complete goofball, fabulous. Use that. If they're a loudmouth, use that. Great, well, you can get up and talk then. But you've got the good voice. You know, so use what they are. Scarcity increases the power of impact. That is around the fact that we're a high expectations program. So when kids are like, oh yeah, and I'm like, don't think it's a day of school. Will you have fun? Absolutely. But you're there to work. And if you don't want to work, we're not going to have you in the program. So that fact, instead of just going, oh yeah, if you're Aboriginal Torres Strait, yeah, just come on, you know, it's not a free for all. So that feeling that they've got to work for it, that scarcity, outcomes matter. We're very big on making sure that things, we track. We want to know that we're actually making impact. There's no good just rolling out a program and not knowing if it works. We run a repeatable global structure. This training right here is the exact same training that's put in Africa and in the US and other sites. All around Australia, it's exactly the same. Safety is paramount, both for our young people and you guys as well. Can't stress that enough. We're from the street, for the street. We're after everyday people. We're not after, sorry, are you prepackaged perfect mentor? Oh, don't want you. No, we want people who are everyday, down-to-earth people, and that's why we want you. We make the make-believe real. Steph is excellent at this, as you'll see later in the sidewalk show.
Bad at public speaking, but great at creative stuff.
Very good. So we do some stuff around, you know, it's that visioning and dreaming as well as that. You know, we put pretty lights in a room, we decorate it, we put music on, we make it more than just, oh, this is a, you know, university. We are the kids we represent. You know, we're kids, you know, teenagers. If you're like me, you still think you are. And we bring those life experiences through. You know, I was bullied at school. Yeah, I get what you're talking about. All those things. We are the very kids. We were them. And we don't use social media. There's a conscious step around that. It's about the kids are the focus, not creating a social media profile, if that makes sense. So we stepped away from that end of last year, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we did have Facebook and all that sort of stuff, and we stepped away from that. We do tend to use it internally as a communications mode on closed Facebook sites, but not to promote, just as a communications tool.
Yep.
So do you want to talk through that?
Yeah, so our program days and shooter squads, the dates haven't been set yet because we have just signed our first school, which is a huge win for us in Townsville. So as soon as we have that, I'll flick out a full calendar of dates and times for you guys to let me know if you're available. But we also want to be involved in community events. So whenever NAIDOC rolls around or they've got the cultural fest, like we'll try and get out to those as well in our shirts and just do some community engagement as well. We'll see some of the kids out there, no doubt, that we work with. So anything that you guys are down for, let me know when we have a full calendar. Oh yeah, that just goes through the dates that are set globally. So all of the sites are working in a framework where they're running program days on the same date or the same week right across Australia and in Africa as well. So because we're quite a new site, we're kind of outside of this framework, but these are some of the things that are happening.
Outside that. Okay. Queensland as well. The blue cards takes long. All the other states are really quick, like back in a week.
6 weeks if you're lucky.
Well, we explain Queensland special, so our time frames have shifted back. So in terms of being a bit behind, you're not actually behind with the rest of Queensland. Like I did mentor training last week, just gone and Rocky. So
yeah, and hopefully we'll have our program day 1 week after these guys. So.
I'll be the story about the snake and how it came out of the rock. And you can see the colours and the markings as it travels along the path. I learned that in Malay culture, a storyteller is named Pelipullara, the speller of worries, reliever of sorrows. It is also the name given to a garden of delights where all cares are lost. And what delights in stories, what insights, what power to give voice to the worlds inside. In the near future, I'd like to see our stories told and connected on big screens. I'd like to see our narrative told and the storybooks that children can read, start to first out about their heritage, about where we come from.
Like a compass, we can stay grounded and rooted in stories that define us, and yet be open to exploring all the other stories.
I think if we understand the power of story and its simplicity, then we might begin to help kids understand their place in the world. Okay, so the next activity is one of you guys have the full, or if you like, have the opportunity to get up and tell your story. And this is also a good test for you, taking a step outside your comfort zone as well. So I'll give you the floor, and we'll like to hear a bit more about your story.
Yay!
I'm Sarah. I'm a Bachelor of Education student. The reason why I want to mentor is that I'm actually very physically ill. I have a lot of medical problems, and I want to show the kids
that even though you're sick or you can't do it, you can still do it. Like I told some of you guys, my graduation is in 7 years, but my graduation is in 7 years, and that is my ultimate goal. And I want to show to the kids that it can take forever, but you'll get there. So,
Thank you. I'm not going to do, don't look at me. Is that a hint for me to get up? No, you don't want me. I've already told you who I am.
Can I just stand here?
Take the stage, right?
My name is Dominic. I'm a third year paramedic student. I'm interested in joining this because hopefully after I graduate, I'm looking to move towards moving to an Indigenous community where I can promote a lot of healthcare and stuff like that. I'm also about to take a job up at the Cleveland Juvenile Detention Centre, so there's a lot of awareness of the Indigenous communities in that job. So
It's about 97%.
So they really push you towards trying to educate yourself and that sort of. So
Excellent, thank you.
Oh, okay. Hi everyone, I'm Kelly and I'm 40 this year.
Hi, Kelly.
And I'm halfway through my degree in psychology, so I'm a bit of a late starter for uni, but I absolutely love it. So I've got a passion with working with children, especially children who feel suicidal. I have been in that position myself personally, especially at those vulnerable years of my life. So I feel like if I can help any children, I think any children is important, but I do believe that our Indigenous children have higher suicide rates. Sorry, I'm a bit nervous, but I just want to do anything I can help with, our future generations and hopefully prevent anybody from feeling suicidal or,
My name is Gemma, I'm 19, I'm studying paramedics as well. The reason I want to do it is because I kind of want to give back. See, I had a lot of help during school to go to university, so I didn't really want to go. But some teachers really acted as a mentor for me, so I kind of want to do it back to other people.
You can start.
Okay. Hi everyone, my name is Nikki. I'm 23 now, and I'm also studying paramedic. And I guess at the moment I've got a mentor, and I see the real value out of getting it. Like, you just get pushed that bit further, and it makes you, I guess, be the best version of yourself. And similar, was it Dominic? Yeah, similar to Dominic, I want to know how to approach the Indigenous culture with respect and their needs in healthcare, because likewise I will probably be in a rural or remote kind of town. So that's me.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Must be your turn,
So my name is Stephanie, and I'm not originally from town, so I'm from Kalgoorlie in Western Australia. So I'm really homesick at the moment. I've only been here for about 7 months now, which seems like crazy. But I'm really enjoying getting to know some of the local people in this area, the traditional owners, which is great. Also heard a lot about some of the issues that they're facing, and I'm quite sheltered from it at the moment because I'm still new. So I guess once I get out into schools, I'll have a bit more of an understanding of some of the stuff that happens here and some of the support systems that we need to help the kids with. So I went through about 9 different high schools, and it was because I had a really unstable home, and I was still getting B's and C's, so that was pretty incredible when I look back, and I just always think I wonder how good I would have been at school if I had had a stable home or someone to help me through. Sorry, it gets a little emotional. This is something that really means a lot to me, and it's a passion in me that will never die, even if I'm not wearing a hang shirt. So I really want to thank you all for putting your hand up and coming in today. You're not the only ones that get nervous about telling the story, and thanks for coming in. And I really look forward to spending some more time with you to create some positive change here in Townsville.
Thank you. The fact that we get up and stand up and feel nervous, we ask the mentees to do this. So if we're not prepared to do it ourselves, and it's great when we're nervous, we'll be honest and go, I'm terrified, and I'm just going to say 3 words and thank you. Your vulnerability gives them to go, yeah, I can do that too. You know, hi, I'm such and such. Yep, I'm nervous. Okay, bye, sit down. That's for some of these kids. That's a big step to step up in front of the room. So this is what we talk about by, you know, that leading the way and being vulnerable yourself and being honest in who you are. So thank you for sharing that and all those stories. Like I've heard similar stories from the young people themselves, and you just sort of go. So I'm really excited to see how you guys go.
Number 1, no contact between AIM mentors and AIM mentees outside of the program. And this includes social media as well. No communication on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Now the reason this rule has been set in place is to potentially avoid tricky situations that could arise if mentors and mentees met up outside of the AIM session. Rule number 2. Mentors and mentees are not allowed to share gifts with one another. And this may seem pretty harsh. You may have a mentee that has a birthday coming up and you'd like to give them a gift that's big or small. Rule is, no matter how big or small, no gifts at all. Rule number 3, no one-on-one contact between mentor and mentee. What this simply means is that the AIM sessions usually operate in a big group. However, there may be a slight instance where there is a possibility that a mentor may be in a room by themselves with a mentee. We want to eliminate this from ever happening. Let's paint a scenario. A mentee would like to go to the bathroom. Now, if they're visiting a university, there's a potential for them to get lost. So instead of only sending one mentor to guide the mentee, we'll send 2 mentors to guide the mentee safely to and from the bathroom. Rule number 4, no swearing. Ain't all about improving, so let's try and improve our vocabulary as well. Rule number 5, no sexism and no racism. Here at AIM, we treat everybody as human, as equals. We promote respect with all people. Rule number 6, there's no physical contact between the mentors and the mentees at all. That means no hugging, no kissing on cheeks, no friendly punches, none of that. If you want to celebrate something that's really cool that your mentee just did, what AIM will let you do is celebrate by using a high five. So grab your hand, high five, bam, like that, up high. Now high fives don't occur down here, down low. They don't occur at chest height because imagine if you missed, that could end up in a pretty awkward situation. So AIM's all about aiming high, so hand to the sky, bam, that's a high five. If you want to give a high five, aim high. Rule number 7, if a mentee misses an AIM session, the AIM staff member from your area will follow that up with the school and find out why the mentee was absent. Rule number 8, if an AIM mentee misses 2 AIM sessions in a row without providing an explanation to their mentor, that's when AIM asks the mentee to leave the program. Now you may think this is a harsh process, however AIM is a high expectations program which gets the mentees ready for the real world, where commitment and attendance are important. Rule number 9, if an AIM mentee misses 2 sessions in a row but still wishes to remain within the AIM program, that's where the mentee is asked to provide a written letter to the mentor explaining to them why they are absent and also why they'd like to return and be involved in the AIM program. Rule number 10, if a mentee discloses information to a mentor about child abuse, that mentor must report that information to an AIM staff member as soon as possible. The AIM staff member will then take that information, share it with the school principal, who will come up with a solution. Rule 11, AIM staff and mentors must wear the AIM uniform in session. This is simply so we can look around the room and find out who is an AIM staff member and who is an AIM mentor. And it's another way of looking around the room and identifying who should be there working with the kids and who doesn't belong there, who should not be there. Rule number 12, no shame at AIM. Many people strive to be socially accepted and they're timid in stepping outside of their comfort zone to rise to a challenge. Here at AIM, we need the mentor to lead the way. At the aim sessions, you'll have the opportunity to jot down some writing in the book, or speak publicly, or perform in front of the class. And we ask the mentee to do this as well. But if the mentee feel comfortable in doing this, we need the mentor to lead the way and take the first steps. Many people forget that some of the greatest people in history were once in high school and the same age as the mentee. They've had this magnificent journey, and guess what? It all started with that first step. Rule number 13, have fun. And this is a very important rule. If you have fun, you can ensure that everybody around you enjoys the AIM experience. The mentors, please be present in the AIM sessions and pay attention to your mentee and fellow mentors, and let's all enjoy this journey together. Remember, no shame at AIM. Let's give it a go. Have fun. Air guitar.
Do you want to put on some music?
Yeah.
So our next activity is to draw the rules. So if you want to come over, grab a chair, and we'll sit down and draw the rules, because it'll cement them in our mind. Also, we can use things to put around the room on program day. So I'll laminate them and they'll be able to Were there any questions around any of the Like anyone feels pressure, like, yeah, good.
They're just drawing what we think.
Yeah.
So just somewhat language.
Yeah. Let me pull up the chair.
It's gonna look like that. So you're all done. Feel free to collaborate if you're having
Because don't play around, come on the ground, got game by the pound. Keep the play is a forte, each and every day, to play away. I can't get it on my mind, I think about the girl all the time. East side to the west side, push that right, there's no pride. You gotta get to the set, step it on the gas, that's when it comes to the gas. I know things got bread, long you gotta have it. Baby, you're another big fan, I want to get in, can I get down so I can win? I have to get broken, I got the bag in the I have to make it work it. I got the bag in the I have to make it work it. I got the bag in the I have to make it work it. I got the bag in it. She's got back in the line, she's not as hard. Baby, never have wild, baby, won't be able to find. As the beauty is I know, let me tell you how it's be like so girl, I'm a good girl, so freak with the hurt. Rolling with no back, she don't even know what that is. You gotta pay the praise, and so it ain't nothing but your way. I like the way you work it, sometimes all day, every day. Blowing my mind, maybe in time, baby, I can get you in my ride. I like the way you work it, I got the bag in the bag, I like the way you work it, I got the bag in the bag, I like the way you work it, I got the bag in the bag.
In case you're wondering, your black shirts and these shirts home shirts. I think mentors have these. These which say useful, which will come in the next few months, but and they're always exercise for one of their students. Straight program. And they're really great. You just have to look at them, like if you hop down a block to wear them. But you can buy those online, so these actually make the uniform.
Baby, I get you in my ride. This girl looks good. Hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, hey yo. Hey yo, hey yo, hey yo. Hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, hey yo. Hey yo, this girl looks good. Hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, hey yo. Hey yo, hey yo, hey yo. Hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, hey yo.
We've got about 30 seconds to go, guys. Ruin everything, dimensions. One's a what, 16? Alright,
That's my time.
we'll finish the others later. That's cute. Alright, let's jump into the next video. We'll finish that later.
Child protection is a fundamental issue in the AIM program. Children have a right to feel safe. Every person associated with AIM, whether at a core level or as a mentor, must be aware of the issues surrounding child protection and also the steps to be taken if a situation occurs. There are 5 main types of child abuse: neglect, sexual, physical, emotional, and psychological. Neglect refers to the failure, usually by the parent, to provide for a child's basic needs, including failure to provide adequate food, shelter, clothing, supervision, hygiene, or medical attention. Sexual abuse occurs when someone involves a child or a young person in a sexual activity by using their power over them or taking advantage of their trust. Physical abuse is when there's a non-accidental or pattern of injuries to a child caused by their carer. This can include burns, fractures, dislocations, or even giving harmful substances like drugs, alcohol, and poison. Be aware that some of the mentees you meet will most likely play sports quite regularly, and this too can result in bruises, cuts, and abrasions. Finally, there's emotional and psychological abuse. This is behaviour by a parent or caregiver that destroys a child's confidence and results in a significant emotional disturbance or trauma. It includes a range of behaviours such as excessive criticism, withholding affection, exposure to domestic violence, intimidation, or threatening behaviour. If you suspect something, or a mentee confides something to you, go straight to your program manager and inform them of what you know. They'll immediately inform the school, and from there, the school will follow the Department of Education guideline. AIM recommends that in the event an incident does occur, you seek counselling from the university. This will be provided to you at no cost, and AIM will also provide free counselling to the local program manager.
Are we to report to you?
Right, yes. I was going to say, it's a typo. It's not all. You don't talk school. That's, not your job. Don't want to put that on you. So you would immediately tell Steph. Okay? So straight away, Steph, I need to talk to you. Steph will then start doing an incident report. So if you're like me, you've got a memory, like I said, jot some notes down, put some notes in your phone, because usually we've got our phone with us. So just go into notes and Fred, I'm not sure what his last name is, but he's from, Kirwan High, I think it's year 9, I'm not sure, said that, this is what happened, write down the detail, and that's it, this is what happened, and let her know straight away. We then get in contact with the school because the programs, we sign a contract with the school, so we use Education Queensland processes with reporting. Teachers and schools have, under Queensland legislation, mandatory reporting, like other medical professional. And a lot of workplaces, our workplace does, we have mandatory reporting, so if we suspect or it's been disclosed, then we need to report. Now, all those rules that you just went through are the mentee rules as well. We have one set of rules for all, so that they are aware that if they disclose, that we are going to inform the school. So, if you get but I told you in confidence, and because I said not to say anything. What do you mean you're going to go and let the school know? Like, I don't want that. I told you, I thought you were my friend. Blah, blah, blah. The magic sentence is, my job is to keep you safe. You know the rules. Thank you for telling me. It's not your fault. My job is to keep you safe. Okay? Kids do disclose. Probably what I find the simplest is I'll run you through the most common scenarios that relate back to child protection. So if I can ask Steph to stand up and volunteer, thank you. One of the most common I find when you're working, so if I'm just going to stand, so Steph is a mentor. The kids, I've got to say, are wonderful. Love working with them. You want to have a really good time and have some fun, enjoy your life, the kids. So we're just going back into school to start this year, and it happened to me only Monday? Yes, Monday. Steve! Oh, so good to see you!
Okay. High fives. Remember, we can't.
They will hang off you, they will grab you, they want to hug you. I was sitting down, so I'm not going to hug you, but I was sitting down, they've come up, and I'm like, high five, dude. But you know me, I know you, I know you know the rules. Come on now, high five. Okay? You will bump into them in the street. It's okay to say hello, like, hey, here you go. Keep going because we engage during program. Yeah. If you know them outside of that, like you knew them prior, yep, different kettle of fish. But if you only know them through the program, they also just love to be emotional. You know, so it's nice, but usually see them coming. I didn't see it come behind. Usually I see it coming. I'll do the dramatic. For me, it's not really good for people getting close. I don't like being crushed by me. And my hand is further out than my body. So it's a bit hard to hug. So they assume the high five position. Practice it, go through it. Our work colleague, Anna Lee, played semi-pro basketball in state. She's a mad high five nut, try some skips. I can do high fives, but not, she's just like high fiving everyone. She would have high fived you all by now about 5 times. Apparently it's a basketball thing. So get into the habit. So good to see you. How are you? Yes. And how are you? Oh, I'm just going to double up with you guys. Yes. You know, don't have to be as loud as me, but certainly always get the high fives going because that's the equivalent. Some of this is skin style. This is a positive contact. Okay? You know, we like getting hugs or positive affirmations because the habit to do this. So you'll get into the habit of no touch. So the hugs, that's one. The other is a straight disclosure. You know, some of these kids you should always get that one that you have. Like I'll confess, I get soft spots. Usually they're the really fake ones that I like. And they will feel a connection because when you're sitting and talking with them, I'm present. You wouldn't understand this going in counselling that I'm present, I'm just focused on you and what you have to say and I'm listening. And so they develop trust and can disclose directly or indirectly. Indirectly would be, I'm so tired. Oh, why are you tired? Mum had a friend's over and I like smoking dope and doing ice and stuff and she does it every night. I didn't get to sleep till 3 because I had to always the one to get up and look after the baby, my little sister. It's not our job to work out whether it is or isn't child abuse. Anything that does not seem garden variety normal in a normal universe, you go, Steph, I need to let you know, this is what my mentee said. Report it to the schools. Then it becomes the school to decide and to deal with that and go through process. Be aware under the child protection stuff that older teenagers generally go low down the food chain. It's just a reality. So don't assume that you're going to be removed from home or something like that happen. If we're lucky, family will get that support they need. Okay? Don't try and investigate. Don't ask those investigative questions. Let them tell the story. Because if there is something that needs to go to court, you can mark that process up. It's not their job. Okay, mentors, not saviours. So I do let them know, look, I'm going to let Steph know, program manager, she's going to let principal at the school know. If they do, they don't take it. You remember above the rules. You know, my job, your Magic Centre, my job is to keep you safe. High five. My job is to keep you safe and you can't do it if you're loving me up. I don't want to be loved up by you, I love you, but just high five me. Okay, so disclosure, them touching us. The other probably, which is never happened in the program, but I've seen it in my background's youth work, and I've seen it in programs and I've sacked people for it, is you're starting small, so you guys are starting gentle. So I'm program manager, I'm Steph's equivalent in Rocky, so we might have 200 kids in the room, and it can be going, it's great fun. Having said that, all the kids I find have energy that are really fabulous. They're really good. I've never had to like go, stop being naughty, I've still got this other room. Never had to do that. But if you're not used to kids or you don't do what I do and do it with the flu, and you're feeling tired or down or low, or a kid's just, you know, there'll be a kid, there will be one that just you're going, you rub my fur the wrong way. I have seen it done, but not in this program. Instead, sit down, shut the fuck up and don't move. I'm sick of your shit. I see you move from this chair, there's going to be trouble. I've seen it done. So I'm a program manager. If you saw me do that to a mentee, what's your first step? Report you. Report me to Steph as program manager. Not that Steph would do it, But if Steph was to do it, you can immediately get on to Sarah, who is Steph and my boss. She's a centre manager. Okay, immediately. It's crucial. Absolutely crucial. If you see another mentor doing it, definitely got a concern. If it's particularly bad or you're really concerned, you can go, oh, Stace, can you give me a hand here for a minute? So I leave the mentee alone. Okay? It's not inappropriate to go, are you okay, Steph? Don't touch. You know, our natural urge is to comfort and to touch. So I generally will hold my own hands, put my hands behind my back, but I will lean in to show that I care. I'm being empathetic. I don't need to touch. So are you okay? I'm okay. I haven't said then. It was pretty awful. I just need to let you know that I actually need to tell Steph the boss what she did, because that was not right, okay? Okay, thank you. That's simple. Don't make excuses, don't justify nothing, because there's no justification for that behaviour. Does that make sense? Yeah. If you stuff up, hey, how are you, Steph? Oh, sorry. High five, no touching, my bad. Point it out, name it, own it. Okay, so that the kids learn that it's not appropriate, because that's a grooming technique. A grooming technique, very rarely, there's two types of pedophiles. One's opportunistic, it just happened to pop up, and two is groomers. So groomers start with an incidental touch on the forearm, doesn't it? You're not flinching, you're not touching, you're not on the shoulder, start massage, so I desensitise you. So if you make a mistake, you accidentally touch, I tend to do, from my youth work stuff, top of head, when I'm getting people's attention. So that's probably my bad. That would be one that I've had to break, because that's a completely neutral point. But correct yourself, identify if you swear. I have the foulest mouth outside the face of the earth. On program days, not one word passes my lips that's inappropriate. The minute that final bus door shuts, FOC. So if you mark out, oh shit, oh, no swearing, that's the rules. Show them, be honest. We fail, we make mistakes. So identify it and own it. The final one is the whole never be left alone with them. So we don't have tons of mentors. It's something that's in regional centres is common. So if we've got 25 kids in the room, that's 2, 4, 5, that's 1 to 5 ratio. Some guys need to go to the toilet, you can't go, oh look, we'll both. So we buddy them with a mentee. So Steph's a mentee, says I need to go to the toilet. I'm going, would you mind going with her please? So there's 2 of them together and away we go. Okay. She comes out, I'm going, where's Steph? Oh, she's still in there. Can you just wait for her, please? Can you go back and just wait for her? Don't stand out in the hallway, even though it's an open space. One-on-one, does that make sense? Kids are used to buddy systems. So you just do it the buddy system, simple as. The other one is they go out to have lunch. We've got a DJ in our room, Anna Lee, who's one of our staff as well. Kids love it. So they're going to go and tell her what she should be playing. So everyone else has gone, Anna Lee will be resetting for the next session, and there'll be a kid that'll want to hang around to talk to her. So 1 or 2 things happen. That another mentor stays in the room. So there's 2 mentors and 1 kid. Always say, look, you know the rules, we can't be one-on-one, so either grab a mate if you want to hang here and talk, or you're going to need to go out and join everyone for lunch. Never be left alone. That's about your safety. Okay? Just fine, because one of the good ones is, but you could see us in the hallway. You know, you could see us there, standing there. Through the glass, you could see us standing there. That's not good enough. You do not be left alone, even if it's a visual scene. It's also being in verbal stuff. You know, you never guess what he was doing. He was hitting me up saying what I was doing Friday night, because I'm soon turning 18, even though I'm still a student. You know, I'm still 17, I'm underage, and he was hitting me up to see what I was doing Friday night. And you're going, no, I wasn't. So that's where if you're never left alone and there's a second person there going, does that make sense? Very rare, very, very rare. But it's about protecting you. Any questions. I've got a whole heap of stuff. But honestly, the most common is the run into want to hug you and touch you and hang off you. You know, come on, guys, you know the rules. High five, don't touching. Mentees can touch mentees, mentors can touch mentors. Generally, I try and stick to the mentees, not touching anyone, because you know they'll do the actually drive the no touching. So no. Thank you. So I just hands to self. They know it from school.
Yeah, I mean, to actually see that
Yeah.
physically happen.
Yeah. So I just do a zero, no touches. Yeah.
Which is very different when you're a teacher. Hanging off you.
Yeah. Please feel free to handshake things, which I'm not. But yeah, high five. It's simple. Kids get it. They feel used to it in schools as well, I find.
So we have you guys some stuff about Townsville, and because I'm new to this mixed everything, she's gonna fill you guys in on some of the issues that in this area may be facing, and I'd actually be lost without you today. So thanks for coming up. And some of the latest and that we're probably learning on the side.
So I'm going to get you to actually move and to sit on the floor. If you need to sit on a chair, that's fine. If you want to wheel out, just that would be fabulous. If you do have an issue, knees, joints, or otherwise, then let them down to the floor. And please feel free to drag the chair into the circle. Come join me.
I need assistance.
So I'm going to sort of do I have a note from A to Z in like 25 words or less of probably some really fast, rapid stuff around Indigenous culture knowledge. So if I'm teaching to suck each children out, I apologise. I'm just trying to make sure that we're all on the same page. I am also not an expert. If you want more to add in or have a question or correct, please do. So as I was saying before, so my grandfather was from Barnya and my grandmother was Barjalan. This is a rough dialect language map. So you're looking at about 250 languages. Having said that, within my grandmother's country, there are 4 different distinct groupings, different pronunciations, like tomato, and carrying pie. And some of them are completely different, like, you know, we've got power poles here in South Australia, study poles, languages. But Yaga, which is the south side of Brisbane, so the south side of the river, has a lot of the same language as Barjalan. So this area here has the big bunny nut festivals every 2 years. So we travel together, so there's a commonality of language. So, for an example, in Gambania, dog is windy. In Bajalan, it's Maragan. Two completely different sounds, language. There are some languages that no longer exist, particularly in Tasmania. That is as a result of very organised genocide and walking through and just shooting anything that was not white. There are others in Queensland. Queensland particularly had a really horrific laws around how to manage Indigenous population. So, and certainly in New South, so it was illegal to speak language. It was illegal to practice dance or customs or law. Queensland was very organised. So if you were up from around Hopevale Way, you would be removed and sent down around to Cherbourg, down near Toowoomba. If you were really, really naughty and kept running away from the reservation mission or not doing as you're told, you were shipped off to Palm. Palm was a prison of origin, and then basically that's where they stuck naughty blacks, because you know you can't swim off there and you're stuck there and you couldn't control them. So there are there's missions and reserves. So a mission was run by a church and a reserve was run by government. And so are you guys familiar with the apartheid in South Africa? How they would stick all the black, and that was the term they used, black population, into like a closed township, and you couldn't leave unless you had a permit. They were a segregated white-black part of town, so you know that drinking fountains for whites only, blacks can't drink from it. And at night they all had to be back in their little homelands, which were shanty towns. They actually took that model from Queensland at the turn of last century. They come out, loved how we were treated as a people, and that's where they took it from. You don't see that written down. I've only seen it written down recently, actually, in a book, because no one wants to go with the model for one of the biggest racist systems in the entire world. Yay, us! So that's Queensland. So if you have kids in class who do not know who their mob is, their language, or any of that stuff, that is a very organised system of cultural stripping out one that they were. So if you want to keep the kids, because if your kids were caught speaking language, they would be removed. So my great-grandmother, my grandfather was a full language speaker, and his mother was at the table with my great-grandmother, and when my mother was a little girl, would come in the kitchen and my was sitting there talking language, and when the kids would come in, they'd shut up, speak really crappy English, but would shut up because they didn't want the kids repeating it and getting taken. So there were behaviours that still a lot of stuff that some of our kids do is actually trauma informed. So it's a result of practices to avoid having kids removed. So So traditional language, there are some that are still very strong. So you still do have that, particularly up through the Cape areas and in Torres Strait. And certainly back out in all of these areas. For some kids, like Torres Strait, they don't learn English till they're about 7. So
When they're in school.
yeah, when they're in school. So they speak a combination of traditional language, pidgin. So pidgin or patois is a mix of English and traditional words. You'll also hear down through Queensland, particularly those who have missions or reserves, and Aboriginal English. I don't know if you've heard. Yeah, no?
Okay.
Yeah, which way? Yopala. So, really close to, you can see how far, you can see St Islands and Miriam there, that they speak. So, they use, so this way they have really, they're called chop chop, so it's Judico language. This is real slow, raw. You sabi why? I do understand why, yes. Sabi understand. So if you've ever heard Christina Nursing, she's from this way, and you'll hear her, there's a song that she's talking to go, Miss Walla song. So me, obviously. Sony is the brand, you know, like your radios and stuff, Sony. Wireless is an alternative, and I use it myself.